everyone, Dr. Riley Warren here today, and if you're a patient of mine and I've sent you this video or asked you to look at this video, it's because I'm concerned or you're concerned or you've presented with low back pain. So in this video, I'm going to go over everything I probably went over with you in the room, and this is just going to be a nice quick recap for yourself, so that way go back and look at this video in case you forgot something I've said or you need a refresher. So grab a mat, grab something comfortable. I'm going to go over some stretches and some tips and tricks that might help you with your low back pain when you're unable to come in to see me, or just throughout the day, so that way things get better, resolve quicker, and you're not in so much pain. Okay, so let's get started. So let's grab a mat and get on this floor. Cat-cow. So hands on all fours. Sorry, I can't see you. All right, so this is neutral. This is cow. This is cat. So if you get to the point of cat and it's painful, that doesn't mean you go all the way to cat next time. Same thing with camel or cow, sorry. But if you get to here and you're like, that hurts, that doesn't mean this time you do it again that low. So I'd go all cat, and this is a very slow movement. So again, it hurts, pause, stop, reach out to me, and we'll troubleshoot it. The second exercise or stretch that I give to a lot of my patients because it creates a nice traction and opening up for this disc area that's really angry. So the next one is child's pose. I'm sure you've heard it all, but let's just show you in case you want to reach forward and get as low as you can. And you want to use your arms to kind of stretch. Sometimes you feel a pull up and underneath that armpit, which is nice. On this one, you just kind of want to hold and stay here. You can totally have the option to kind of go this way, to the right a little bit, or this way to the left a little bit. Somehow the nerve is bulging or pushing on that, the disc is pushing on that nerve. Going to either side could either be better or worse, so be careful with that, because if you have a bulge that's pushing on, call it this side of that nerve, coming to the side like that might not be the most fun. So actually going away from it on the right might lessen that bulge and give that nerve some time to breathe and you some time to have less pain. So kind of play around with it. Everybody's going to be different. Not everybody's disc bulge or issue is the same, but the same rule goes that it's not a no pain, no gain, and you don't hurt yourself more. And if there's pain, you contact me and we figure it out. Deal? Deal. First and foremost, probably the thing you heard me say is ice and heat. So I know a lot of people don't like ice. It's cold, especially right now in the cold months. It's just not fun. But truthfully and honestly, ice is the best way to go for you, and not just ice, but heat. I know there's some controversy, but I generally like to use both because it creates a nice pumping mechanism, which is really nice for in this case, the low back, getting some nice blood flow to that area. So in that case, I usually tell patients ice 20 minutes, heat 20 minutes, and that's usually a good indication of time as far as it's a good time to move around. My justification for telling you guys 40 minutes or 45 is typically you don't want to be in one position for too long, especially in the case of a lower back potential disc issue. Just in case it's just maybe a more muscular and not really a disc issue, not moving is still a big issue. That's when things get tight and things get stiff, and then you get in more pain. So generally, if I've told you to ice and heat, I'm typically going to be telling you, if you're going to be sitting on a couch, which generally sitting is not my favorite, but if you need to sit, I totally get it. But that does not include sitting in an overly comfy couch or chair where you're going like this. You want to still have that nice upright posture, putting a pillow or something supportive in the lower back so that way you're sitting up nice and tall and you're reminded to keep this nice curve. This is important in your spine. This, not good. Second off, after you've iced and heat, let's say in that seated position, that is your indication now is a good time to go for a gentle walk, even if that's around your house or gently outside. That means it doesn't have to be exerting a lot of effort, just really nice, easy pace. Hills, probably stay away from. Just nice and easy. And if it's 5-10 minutes, that's totally fine. Something is better than nothing. And if you feel like you need to go back and take a rest, maybe opt, instead of sitting, opt for laying. And in that position, again, you're gonna have a nice pillow on your head to support yourself. You don't wanna put yourself in a position if you're laying on the ground and your TV is, call it to the left of you, and you have to turn and twist. Still not a good idea. You want anything straight ahead so you are neutral. There's no twisting or turning in your spine. When you're on your back icing, you can shove the ice pack under your back while you're laying there. 20 minutes, take it away, put the heating pad under there for 20 minutes. Again, nice indication for getting up after that 40-45 minutes to start doing some movement, get some water. Again, your body is like 70+% water. This is a good thing to be putting and replenishing your body with water. We don't get enough water as it is. So that's always important. Next, there's always the issue of getting in and out of cars. So if you have a lower type car or a big type car, those can present different issues. Generally speaking, even if it's a lower car, I tell patients if your car is here, you get in, you sit in. If your seat's this way, facing that way, you sit in as one unit. Tighten your core, kind of like you're bracing for a punch or you're trying to show off your six pack, but tighten the core, and instead of twisting from the your waist, you try and turn as one, keeping this nice and tight. I know it seems silly, but as much as you can do as one unit and bracing your back and your stomach to tell your body you're about to do something. Doing any movement cold or unprepared is a recipe for increased pain. If you do have a soft bed, there's some ways you can work around it. It might seem a little weird, but some of them have worked. So for my personal story, my fiance partner has had a long-standing low back history, and we finally realized our bed is too soft. We're not really in the I like it, but it's not great for his body. So in that case, we had to use our camping mattress and put it on his side because it's more firm and it's more supportive for his back. Right now it looks a little silly, but I don't care right now because it means his back is safe and protected and he's happy, which means I'm happy. But what you can do is if you have a camping pad or even like a yoga pad, you can take the yoga pad, put it under the fitted sheet, but get anything that you can add some more support to your back when you're sleeping. What I cannot stress enough is how you're going to pick things up or get out of bed or anything like that. So if you've had a low back issue in the past, or you've thrown your low back out, or it's an occurrence but it gets better, my goal on this one is even when you're out of pain, you still, not in a fear way, but you still remind yourself that this could be potentially an issue and I need to protect myself forever and ever. So that means how you get out of bed. You will never just sit straight out of bed. It puts a lot of pressure on that low back and the disc, and this is not something you want to wake up to in the morning. So one of the things that I really strongly encourage patients that have any type of low back pain or where they throw their back out is if you're laying on your back, you, instead of sitting straight up, I'm going to demonstrate to the left this time. So if you're a right person and it's easier to come and use your right side, obviously you do the opposite. But this is what I tell patients. If you happen to be laying down, make sure you can see me. Good. So you're laying down. You want to roll to the side. Keep your unit as one. You don't want to thrash around. But I usually will have I'll pick my hips up a little bit and turn as one, and then do this. Right hand comes up, left hand comes up, and then you're up. And then you can, if you have to, swing yourself off the bed. That is going to be one of the best ways to get out of bed or out of a situation if you have some low back pain. Second thing that you will hopefully not ever do ever again would be bending from the waist to get something. Your options are you squat down, you lunge down, you get a little grabby thing from Amazon. We have a couple of those around the house, or you do the golfer swing. The golfer swing is one of my favorites. So golfer swing is, I like to hold on to something, grab, pick up. But if that's not an option for you, squatting or lunging or asking somebody for help. There's no shame in asking for help. Saving your body is vital, okay? Cool. I know that was a lot of information, and I know I only gave you 2 stretches, but right now, if this video I'm giving to you or sending to you, or you land on this page and you've thrown your back out and you're in a pretty intense situation, this is about as much information as you're probably gonna be able to handle. I'll have more videos for when I feel like you've progressed and we can start adding things. So keep an eye out for that. I might have told you to look at that video as well, or you've landed on that video. So if you have any questions, concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And namaste, everyone. Have a great one. Thank you for coming by, and don't forget to like and share. Thanks.